Hi, I'm Jamie Miller, registered SQF consultant at Kellerman Consulting, and you're watching the Traceability in Food Businesses video series. Kellerman Consulting releases weekly training videos and important tips and strategies to help companies keep up to date with the latest food safety regulations. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button at the bottom of the video screen. In the last episode, we discussed forward and backward traceability and how tests of each type of traceability evaluate different systems within a facility. We also discussed why traceability is important for food and food contact packaging manufacturers and distributors. In this episode, we will review what traceability information is important to collect during the supplier approval process and why having this information will help you build a strong traceability system. Many companies think that traceability begins when materials are received into the facility. However, a best-in-class traceability program starts with the supplier approval process. As we discussed in the first episode, it's important to understand your own supply chain. Is your company purchasing ingredients or packaging materials directly from the manufacturer or from a distributor? Do the ingredients go through additional further processing steps such as grinding or cooking, or additional packaging steps such as portioning or repacking before the products reach your facility? As you can see, each of these additional steps adds complexity to your supply chain and may impact how quickly you are able to backward trace the materials used in your process. These are questions that your buyer or purchasing team should be asking when selecting which suppliers to buy materials from. Regardless of whether your company purchases materials directly from the manufacturer or from a distributor, or if the materials go through additional process, handling, or packaging steps before they reach your facility, it's important to understand the traceability systems used by each of your suppliers. Remember, these are materials used in the process of manufacturing your company's finished products. You should select suppliers that have systems in place to identify and trace contaminated or out-of-spec products. And it is very important for those suppliers to notify immediately when those undesirable events occur. When screening suppliers, the approval process should have a standard set for food safety and quality documents which you will request from each supplier. Examples of these documents include a letter of guarantee, product specification, safety data sheet, or third-party audit certificate. In addition to those documents, another very important document to collect from your suppliers is the lot code explanation. The lot code explanation spells out how the company codes the products to identify what, when, and or where the products are manufactured or packed. An example of lot code explanation may look something like this. At first glance, the lot code is a series of numbers and letters that may not mean anything to the end consumer, but if we break it down, it actually includes valuable information for the supplier. In this example, the first group of digits is the year in which the product was produced. The second group of digits is the Julian date on which the product was produced. We'll discuss Julian dates in more detail in a later episode. Finally, the last group of digits includes the line in which the product was packaged on. A lot coding system can allow suppliers to identify not only the date in which a product was produced, but can also include specific information about the production line, packaging line, or area of the facility used to produce the product. Lot codes are unique to each company, and because of this, suppliers should be able to provide a description of their lot coding system. This lot code explanation will be different for each company. At a minimum, each explanation should include an example of a finished product lot code and a breakdown of what each section of the lot code means for the product. Use by dates or best by dates may also be included as part of the lot code, or it can also be listed adjacent to it. Having an explanation of a supplier's lot coding system not only strengthens a site's traceability system, it also helps facilities to utilize good stock rotation practices by using materials that were produced first prior to subsequently produced materials. Now that we've covered what traceability information should be collected during the supplier approval process, let's discuss what items to include in this activity. The site should have traceability for all materials that impact finished product safety. The most obvious materials that have an impact on finished product safety are ingredients and packaging materials. In addition to those raw materials, some items that are often overlooked are processing aids, such as antimicrobials, lubricants, or anti-caking agents, and inputs such as compressed gases. These materials are just as important to the quality and safety of finished products as ingredients and packaging materials, so it's important to include them in your traceability system. In our next episode of the Traceability series, we'll discuss traceability at the point of receipt into the facility and stock rotation practices. Thank you for watching. For more food safety training videos and resources, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or follow us on LinkedIn.